Yeah, we kind of saw it coming from a week ago, so kind of had a week to prepare for it. But to really see it happen, it's just really special to see all the work pay off. But I guess, we really won't understand what it is till we get to the moment and, walk out into that stage and see the crowd and everything like that. So I'm excited for our guys to be in this opportunity.
Do you think, Sam, back in August, did you see this happening potentially?
I always said it. It was tough to say for the team. 3-win season last year. It's tough to, for guys that were a part of that culture and stuff like that to, really change a mindset and a culture. But we did it from the start of summer and in spring ball and everything like that. So it's just a testament to the work we put in from the jump and just continuing to build.
It's obvious now, then.
Yeah, it's really special. Super hype for everybody on the team.
It's obvious Coach Kenny believed in you guys. What's it like to prove him right and have this kind of season for him and the fan base here?
Yeah, it's funny you actually say prove him right, because back in spring ball, when he brought me in and Jaden decided to leave, I told him I'm going to prove him right. So I'm super, just to see all the work that he's put in to get to this point and how much passion he got for this program and, to really see him have success here and be a part of that, it's pretty special.
Sam, what 4 or 5 words can you say about Scat to describe him to somebody?
Crazy, dog, intellectual, smart and tough.
Oh, and just is the way he plays kind of the identity of you guys as well?
Yeah, I would say so. He plays a little bit more on the emotional side than me, but super smart player, tough, physical, the ball of the team. That's all the stuff on our wall in the meeting room, and he's the best example of that for our entire team. He brings the juice to practice, always keeps me on my A game, and never lets me slack and stuff like that. So.
How about Jordan Tyson?
This Iowa State defense. What do you know about the defense so far?
Yeah, they're really tough. They've been in the system for a while. They know the ins and outs, and his coaches ran this defense for a while, and everybody stems off him. It comes from him. So it's going to be a team that knows where they're going to be, and they're going to play downhill and be really experienced and physical and tough. So I'm excited to see what we can do.
Sam, with no Jordan Tyson, can you give us your scouting report on the rest of the wide receiver group? I know you have confidence that they'll all step up on Saturday.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried one bit. We're out here today and everybody's making plays left and right. So I just got to put it up there and trust my guys and let them make some plays and show who they are.
What was your emotional reaction when you saw him go down and then go to the locker room?
Yeah, I didn't really know what happened on the field because I was still playing. Came off on the sideline. Didn't really know what was going to happen. Heard about it after the game. Really unfortunate. That's my dog. So it hurts me to see him go down emotionally. But I can't let that affect anything on the team. We're going to come back and go to work, and it's not going to affect us. And we're just going to come out and play our best game.
Can you talk about what he's meant to the team and what he's done to help you guys get to this stage?
Yeah, Jordan's special. I thought he was a little prima donna when I first got here, but I was completely wrong. He puts his head down and works really hard. He's always at the facility. He blocks his ass off in the games, and when the ball comes his way, he makes plays. And early in the season, he was a little less mature, and to see his growth throughout the season, especially with me, it's been pretty special. So, I have nothing but love and respect for him, and hopefully he can have a speedy recovery and come back and be better than ever.
What do you think's been your biggest improvement from the start of the season?
From the very start, I would say trust within the offense, understanding situational ball, like not extending plays in certain situations where I don't have to, and taking negatives, protecting the ball, and stuff like that. I feel like I was, and then I'd say seeing things down the field better, leverages, and if I'm gonna have a shot based on where like defenders' eyes are, even 15 yards down the field, knowing if someone's gonna take a dig or the post just based on his body language. So some areas.
How big has it been to see guys like Melquan and X and Shimon Mateer make plays in the last few games, especially with the situation now with Jordan now?
Yeah, there's some guys, they can make those plays, so when the ball comes their way, I have nothing but faith in them, and they've proved it to me, all since fall camp and throughout the entire season. So I'm excited to go put the ball in their hands and let them go take over the game.
If you could go back to August when you got the job and there was all the uncertainty and obviously the expectations are obviously in, but now with all the foresight of what's happened, what would you have probably said to Sam Leavitt 4 months ago?
Just keep grinding, trust the process, trust in God's plan. He's the reason you're here in the first place, so why would he ever lead you wrong? And I don't know what else I'd say other than just be grateful to be in this situation and to be able to have those struggles to help yourself grow.
Sam, what do you think the most impressive thing this team is doing right now is? Just kind of big picture.
Staying composed and working. You know, even with all the success, and people weren't prepared for that. We just kept our head down, and everyone stayed humble, and we're just going to keep working. And testament to the culture and the leadership council and everybody just buying in. You know, our locker rooms, it's really good. You know, I had some worries about that early on, just with folks being bought in on the process. You know, but that's been not an issue in any fashion. So I'm super happy.
With the new communication technology this year, how big has it been to have a Roy out in your ear down to the 15-second mark?
Oh, it's awesome because he'll tell me, you know, what he's thinking. Okay, you know, we're going to check to this. Hey, alert this if this happens because of that. I'm obviously not going to give you all exact details, stuff like that.
Oh, come on.
You know, but it's really cool to be able to see exactly what he's seeing because I'm feeling it all on the field, and then I got to come off on the sideline and talk about it so that next time when we're out there in the next series, he'll say, hey, alert this. You know, so if he's not on the headset and the shot clock goes down, I can alert it, get to the best play possible, you know, and just, I don't know, feels like I'm playing a video game almost.
I think I know the answer to this, but how much should Cam's game be in the Heisman conversation?
Should Cam?
Yeah, how much?
I mean, I think everybody in this room knows that answer. The kid's one of the best players in the nation, flat out. He dominates games. You know, he doesn't just perform. He dominates games at a really high level against some really physical defenses. There's some times where I'll be on the field with him and I just let him go, and you know, that's what nobody understands when they're in the backfield with him, is how much he really creates with small gaps. You know, when they have an extra hitter, he makes a miss and, you know, pops it for a gain of 17, making it look so effortless, where, you know, someone else, that's not even an option. It's going to be a 4-yard gain. You know, how well he picks up protections, understands the game overall. It's just so much that he does that people don't even see. You know, and I'm out there in the backfield with him and able to communicate with him and his feel for the game, you know. So the fact that he's not higher on the Heisman boards is pretty crazy to me. And this week he's going to go prove to everybody why he should be.
Was his receiving abilities to have that ability to check down to a back like that out of the backfield, how big is that for you when you need to get into a situation where you can just dump it?
Yeah, he's got some of the best hands on our team. You know, so I remember I threw him like a slant last game and he just snagged it out of there. It was pretty cool to see a back do that. And really reliable, so you have nothing but faith in him. You know, I think back to fourth quarter Utah, you know, over the shoulder, and he's made some spectacular grabs, and it's just really sure, reliable hands in a game where he's going to make the play in the biggest moments.
Sam, when you walk on the field in Arlington, an NFL stadium, you know, one of the most prominent in the country, obviously, hosting national championships, the Cotton Bowl, what is it just going to be like for you, just emotionally, and just to, like, you know, try to keep yourself composed, to try to remind yourself that this is just another game?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not worried about the nerves. I'm just super excited. I mean, I get to go play on this stage. You know, this is what you dream about when you're a little kid. You watch these games. I mean, shoot, I was just watching the game, you know, the game last year for the Big 12 championship. You know, to now be on this stage and being able to play under it. You know, I'm going to go out there and get hyped for the first little bit, really embrace the moment, and then get back into my bubble and in my zone and, you know, and then play the game.
Sam, how do you, honestly, you talked earlier about Jordan, but how do you replace a guy like that? He's meant so much to you in this offense this season.
Yeah, I mean, you don't replace a guy like that. You know, he's a one-of-a-kind player and really special. But that's not how we're going to approach it. We're just going to, you know, we don't need someone to just fill his spot. We're just going to get the ball in other people's hands in different ways. You know, so that's what we're going to do with the game plan. And Royal's got a really good plan for us. So we're just going to go out there and execute.